On the outside, the Swift sports a sleek and modern design. Suzuki have introduced a new Horizon design line that wraps around the vehicle, creating a sense of motion. Rounded shoulder lines give it a sporty edge, while the iconic Suzuki badge proudly sits at the front of the bonnet. Lower headlight positions and L-shaped daytime running lights not only enhance visibility, but also add a touch of sophistication. And check out those clear rear tailgate lights.
Sam College with your local Mallee News updates. Detectives from the Major Collisions Investigation Unit have charged a 34-year-old WA man on Friday following a fatal accident in Jeffcourt North that occurred last year. The incident occurred in the early hours of March the 2nd, 2024 and involved a Nissan X-Trail rolling on Donald Swan Hill Road. The passenger in the front seat, a 67-year-old Naya woman, died at the scene, while two male passengers from Warraneen South were both taken to hospital with serious injuries. At the time, the 34-year-old driver of the vehicle was taken to hospital under police guard. Last week, he was charged with culpable driving causing death, dangerous driving causing death, drive in a manner dangerous, careless driving and drive under the influence of drugs. The man from Norseman, Western Australia, was bailed to appear before Melbourne's Magistrates Court on April the 28th. And in other news, Transgrid's latest round of their Community Partnerships program will see several Moolameen not-for-profit organisations receive much-needed funding to further support and strengthen their local communities. Catherine Hallinan reports.
Among the 70 community groups that have received grants, there are 5 from the town of Moolameen. The bowling club has received a grant that will go towards mental health awareness. The racing club will put theirs towards a chair project. And the Moolameen Swimming Club Association was awarded a grant to provide safer pool facilities. Moolameen Public School P&C will use their grant to enriching student learning, while the Moolameen Preschool will put their grant towards local daycare. Catherine Hallinan, Ace Radio.
Swan Hill Town Hall Performing Arts Centre will join with the Swan Hill Rural City Council, Swan Hill Regional Art Gallery and the Acre Project to present A Cross-Border Twig, which is a night of music, art, performances and warm conversations by the fire. Daniel Brewer explains further.
Twig is an artist-in-residence program on farms, where farmers from across the region host artists to create works inspired by the land. Due to the disconnect caused by the COVID lockdowns, the Borders project was launched to reconnect artists living on either side of the Murray River. The event will be taking place on Friday, the 11th of April, with Swan Hill Regional Art Gallery Director Ian Tully saying the event explores the idea of borders, whether real or imagined, through amazing performances and artwork. Daniel Brewer, Ace Radio.
And the Allen and Albanese governments have announced new infrastructure funding with a focus on road upgrades in Melbourne's suburbs. However, the Victorian Nationals argue the plan does not go far enough to support regional Victoria. Shadow Minister for Roads and Road Safety, Danny O'Brien, says regional communities like ours missed out on this critical funding needed for road improvements.
A $1.2 billion package announced by the Allen and Albanese Labor governments, and it's again, regional Victoria misses out. Nothing to fix our roads, nothing to address our major intersections, some of the highways that need duplicating and overtaking lanes. This is very city-centric government, whether it's Labor at state level or federal level.
With day 2 starting in Robinvale, Ben Welch has hit the pavement again this morning as he raises money running the equivalent of 9 marathons for Headspaces in the region. Tomorrow there is a community event organised at the Headspace Centre in Pritchard Street, Swan Hill, to cheer on Ben as he makes his way through town. Swan Hill Headspace's manager, Hayley Newshafer, explains how locals can find out more about the community event and the 444 run.
Best way to find out more is you can look up on our social media, so Headspace Swan Hill, or on Ben's social media page, which is the 444 Run, which will also enable, I guess, community members to be able to track his run and to get a better idea of when he will be arriving into Swan Hill and different towns throughout his route.
And we may have only just started March, but Australia's biggest morning tea is brewing for May, and Mallee residents are being encouraged to host or join an event to help raise vital funds for the Cancer Council. Jackie Marshall has more on the story.
With one Australian diagnosed with cancer around every 5 minutes, it's the same length as having an average tea break. Residents across our region can make a difference with every mug by registering for this year's Australia's Biggest Morning Tea. Anyone can host as an individual, community group or business anytime in May or June. To get involved, visit biggestmorningtea.com.au. Jackie Marshall, Ace Radio.
The Murray River Council will have a new CEO as of the 14th of April, after they announced the appointment of Stacey Williams to the role following an extensive recruitment process. Ms. Williams comes to the role with a wealth of experience in local government and leadership, having previously served as the Director at the Gannawarra Shire, while her most recent role was Director of Healthy Communities and Environments at the City of Greater Bendigo. Murray River Council Mayor John Harvey welcomed the appointment, saying Ms. Williams has a proven track record in delivering positive outcomes for communities, and we are confident she will bring strong leadership and initiative to our region. Acting CEO Sarah Ryan will remain in the role until Ms. Williams takes over in April. And in other news, the Victorian Fisheries Authority is providing grants to support local projects to enhance fish environments. Recreational fishing groups can apply year-round for grants of up to $50,000, while larger projects requiring co-investment may receive up to $200,000. CEO of the VFA, Travis Dowling, is urging anyone interested to check out their website for more information.
So there's a second round of grants that are available. They just support fish and resting, feeding and breeding, and boosting overall health of our waterways. To get more about our habitat program at www.vic.gov.au/fish habitat fund.
A dozen Victorian students will have the opportunity to embark on a fully funded 11-day study tour of Gallipoli, Turkey, where they will retrace the steps of the Anzacs. Liam McCullough has more.
Minister for Veterans Natalie Suleiman invited students in years 9 to 12 to apply for the 2025 Spirit of Anzac Prize and gain a deeper understanding of Australia's wartime history. By walking the same ground as those who served, students will gain a profound appreciation of the resilience, mateship and courage that define the Anzac spirit. To apply or find out more, visit vic.gov.au/soap before applications close on Monday, the 28th of April. Liam McCullough, Ace Radio.
And Victoria Police are making adjustments to their education and health requirements for recruits in a bid to tackle a shortage of frontline officers. Swan Hill Police's Acting Inspector Brian Hanson explains the changes to the ATAR section of the application process.
Saw an announcement from the Acting Chief Commissioner in relation to streamlining of the application process for Victoria Police. So there's been a couple of changes. There's been a reduction in the ATAR score for potential applicants down to 65. So people that have a score of 65 or higher will now no longer have to sit the first part of the entrance exam, and then they can be fast-tracked onto other parts of the application process.
Residents and families across the Mallee are being encouraged to provide a loving home to rescue animals this March as part of National Pet Adoption Month. There are currently more than 10,000 animals across the country, ranging from cats and dogs to guinea pigs, birds, reptiles, and even larger pets like horses in need of a home. Head of the Petstock Foundation, Jessica Curtis, says this month is a chance to consider fostering or adopting to create a better future for all pets.
Currently, there are thousands of animals ranging from cats and dogs to guinea pigs, birds, reptiles, and even larger pets like horses in search of a loving home. National Pet Adoption Month is a chance for Australians to consider adoption or fostering to create a better future for all pets.
And the Swan Hill Police are appealing for the community's help in locating an individual that has been seen loitering around George Lay Park, Murlong Street, Wednesday last week. Swan Hill Police's leading senior constable, Tanya Peters, runs through the details.
The description provided includes a dark-coloured hoodie and pants, possibly wearing no shoes. He was reportedly seen between 8:30 and 8:45am on the Wednesday morning. Anyone with dashcam footage or information in relation to that chap can call Crime Stoppers anonymously on 1800 333 000 or Swan Hill Police on 5036 1600.
Victoria Police will be conducting Operation Arid this weekend as locals celebrate the Labor Day long weekend. Acting Inspector at Swan Hill Police Station Brian Hanson says police will be out in force and they now have the capability to test drivers for drugs as well as alcohol.
So commencing on Friday at midnight, run right through the long weekend until midnight on Monday night, and we'll be out in force naturally detecting speeding motorists, and we also have the capacity locally to test for people who are driving with drugs in their system as well. I guess the general message for people that are planning a trip this weekend, by all means enjoy yourself, drive safely and plan to get home safely.
And it seems there is an online scam everywhere you look at the moment, with a simple click of a mouse button costing hardworking Australians millions of dollars each year. From tomorrow and for the next 5 Fridays, the Kerrang Neighbourhood House is running free courses that aim to keep people safe in the digital world. Manager of the Neighbourhood House, Claire Fry, says the first step is recognising a scam.
But you listen all the time on the news. Somebody's seen this link, the tax office. I'm from Centrelink. I'm from the doctors. Can you tell me your name and your date of birth? And people do. It's about teaching people to avoid a scam, how to recognise a scam, how to look at things like look at the email address.
Keith Whelan will be bringing the Grants Guy Roadshow through the LGAs of the Gannawarra, Swan Hill, Murray River and Balranald between the 24th and 27th of March. Jackie Marshall has further details.
The roadshow will feature free workshops being held across the region, designed for community groups, not-for-profit organisations and individuals aiming to master the art of grant writing. On Monday the 24th, the Grants Guy will be at Euston and Balranald before he heads to Moolameen and Swan Hill on Wednesday. Finally, on the 27th, Keith will be holding workshops in Kahuna and Barham. Spots are expected to fill up fast and more specific details can be found on your local council's website. Jackie Marshall, Ace Radio.
And with the long weekend approaching, Victoria's fire and land management agencies are reminding campers and holidaymakers to stay vigilant about campfire safety. Since the 1st of July last year, almost 250 campfire incidents have been recorded by Forest Fire Management Victoria and the CFA. Chief Fire Officer for Forest Fire Management Victoria, Chris Hardman, says it is still dry in our region.
But we haven't had that autumn break, we haven't had significant rain, and many areas have got this underlying dryness that has not been resolved, which means that any ignition in the bush can catch and spread rapidly. So, yes, we are concerned about it. Both the CFA, Past Victoria, Forest Fire Management, we're all very focused on that.
Upgrades to Carini Street between the Naya Road roundabout and Murlong Street are now one step closer after the Swan Hill Rural City Council announced that almost $5 million in funding has been secured through the Safer Roads and Infrastructure program. Emma Clark has the details.
Council's Mayor Stuart King said the project was an essential investment in the region's road infrastructure. Tens of millions of dollars of industrial trade is generated by businesses in and around Carini Street every year. This investment recognises the value of that trade, Councillor King said. Council is advising the community that extensive consultation with local businesses, transport operators and the community will take place in the lead up to construction. Emma Clark, Ace Radio.
And WorkSafe is reminding Victorians that every workplace death is one too many, following the loss of 50 lives in work-related incidents last year. In 2024, across the Loddon Mallee region, there were 1,431 workplace injury claims, and sadly 2 people lost their lives. WorkSafe's Executive Director of Health and Safety, Sam Jenkin, emphasised that all workers have the right to return home safely at the end of the day.
Victoria is one of the safest places to work in the world, but it's simply unacceptable that lives are still being lost in what are entirely preventable workplace incidents. No family should suffer the utter devastation of losing a loved one at work, and we're absolutely committed to working towards a future of zero workplace deaths.
Summer officially came to a close last weekend, which means this weekend will be the last chance for Gannawarra locals to enjoy the community pools in Kahuna and Kerrang. Mayor of the Gannawarra Shire, Garner Smith, says more information on the council's pools as well as the community-managed pools in the Shire can be found on the council's website.
This weekend will be your last chance to keep cool at the Kahuna and Kerrang pools before both venues close for the autumn and winter break. Both of these council-managed pools are open from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. today, tomorrow and Sunday, and then 12 noon to 7 p.m. for their last day on Labor Day, Monday, March 10. For more details on council's pools, as well as the community-managed swimming pools at Kundrook, Leachville and Quambatul, please visit council's website.
And the nomination period for the 2025 Victorian Honour Roll of Women is coming to a close at the end of next week, and Mallee residents are being called on to nominate someone inspirational to join the role. Pat Gordon has more.
There are 4 categories that women can be nominated for: local champion, change agent, emerging leader and trailblazer, with locals encouraged to nominate women from all walks of life, cultural backgrounds and age groups. The Honour Roll of Women celebrates the outstanding contributions made by Victorian women and acknowledges the many ways in which they make lasting contributions to the community. Nominations can be made until March 16 and more information can be found at vic.gov.au. Pat Gordon, Ace Radio.
Swan Hill and District Cricket played their last minor round game on the weekend. Reigning premiers Naya District finished 5 games clear on top of the table after a 30-run win over St Mary's Tintinda. RSL proved too strong for Warraneen as they battled for the 4th and final spot in the semis, with the Blues winning by 10 wickets. Wandella's 9-run win over Ultima pushed the Bombers into 3rd spot on the ladder and into next week's semis. Wandella's Peter Moore took 6 wickets in his side's win, while Ultima's Josh Walden took 5 wickets in their loss. Next week's semis will see Barramkundruk take on Wandella and Naya District play RSL, with the winner of each game going on to the grand final the following weekend. This morning, Ben Welch set off on a fundraising mission that will see him run 380 kilometres to raise vital funds for headspaces in the region. Ben's first stopover will be in Robinvale tonight before he makes his way through Swan Hill, Kerang and Kahuna in the coming days. Ben explains how you can help him reach his fundraising goal.
So the easiest way is to get on the Instagram page, which is the 444 Run. There's a link there to the GoFundMe page. It's all very self-explanatory. We're also launching a website, which will be the 444 Run. Yeah, if people would like to donate, you can also just search up GoFundMe and the 444 Run as well.
3 junior Swan Hill basketballers have been selected to attend Basketball Victoria's State Development Program. The Swan Hill Flyers' Lola Patterson, Evie Kelly and Layla Grayling have been selected for the prestigious program that identifies athletes who have a long-term potential to play for Victoria and beyond. To be selected for this program, the girls had to train as part of the Future Development Program, a pathway and training program that leads to the Basketball Victoria's Gold Nugget Camp. From this camp, athletes are selected into the State Development Program. The 3 athletes have been training in Bendigo every Monday night since November and now will be required to attend multiple state development camps throughout the year. It has been announced that Bendigo Stadium Limited, Red Energy Arena, has been appointed as the new centre manager for the Swan Hill Stadium following a formal tender process for the lease contract. Daniel Brewer has the details.
This partnership ensures high-quality management and operations to support the local sporting community, with Red Energy Arena contributing a wealth of experience in facility management, events and community engagement. Mayor Councillor Stuart King says we're excited to work with Red Energy Arena to ensure Swan Hill Stadium continues to provide excellent facilities for our community. Their expertise in managing sporting venues will be invaluable in fostering participation and enhance the user experience. Daniel Brewer, Ace Radio.
On the weekend of the 15th and 16th of March, the Lake Boga Water Ski Club is holding a coaching clinic. The clinic is open to all ages and abilities, whether you are a first-timer learning to ski on doubles or whether you are looking to master the slalom course, but participants will need to be a Lake Boga Water Ski Club member. The clinic will be taken by slalom guru Brad Mitchell from Ski Bundalong at Lake Boga. On the Saturday evening, there will be a barbecue and a social get-together put on by the club. For details on how to secure a spot in the clinic and on how to become a member of the club, visit the Lake Boga Water Ski Club Facebook page. The Central Murray Football Netball League will be holding a senior footy tipping competition this season. All tips need to be lodged with the team at the Swan Hill Stadium prior to the commencement of round 1. First prize is $1,000 and entry is just $2. League's manager, Jessie Chester, says they are excited about this initiative.
So this year the Central Murray Football Netball League are launching a footy tipping competition for the 2025 Central Murray Senior Footy Competition. And as part of the initiative, we're supporting the Mallee MRIPL. So in order to enter the competition, you'll pop into the stadium, grab your fixture and make a $2 donation, and all funds raised go towards the important cause.
This morning, Ben Welch left Lake Charm to start day 4 of the 444 run, which will make its way through Kahuna before finishing the day at the Gunbower Rec Reserve. After passing through Swan Hill yesterday morning, Ben Welch finished his third day of running in Lake Charm, completing just over 260 of the required 380 kilometres in just the last 3 days, while also continuing to raise awareness and money for headspaces and mental health in the regions. Ben is expected to complete another 75 Ks of running today, and to see what time he'll be passing through Kahuna, residents can track Ben's run live via a live tracker that can be accessed through the Instagram page at the 444 Run. The Swan Hill Jockey Club will be holding their annual St. Pat's Cup Family Day next weekend. This year will mark the 105th running of the St. Pat's Cup. On Saturday the 16th of March, a large crowd is expected at the Swan Hill Racecourse to enjoy a day filled with horse racing and family-friendly activities. This year, a new initiative has been added. The Lunch on Us initiative offers a $10 voucher for food and drinks to those who book their general admission tickets in advance. Gates will open at 11 a.m. on Sunday the 16th, and the full list of fields will be released closer to the race day. Bookings can be made and further information can be found via the Swan Hill Jockey Club website. The VSC Victorian Standard Saloon Champion will be crowned at the Sonic Speedway in Swan Hill this weekend. On both Saturday and Sunday, gates will open from 3 p.m. with action starting on the track from 6. Also on the track over the weekend will be the V8 trucks, the SDAV Hot Rods Geordie Davis Hewitt Memorial, Divi 2 Hot Rods, and the SSA 1200 Juniors. More information can be found on the Swan Hill Speedway Facebook page. And in other sporting news, the Swan Hill Flyers will be sending their under-12 boys and their under-14 girls basketball sides to the prestigious 2025 Southeastern Junior Basketball Tournament this weekend. We are now at the business end of the Swan Hill and District cricket season, with finals being played in all grades tomorrow. The A-grade finals will start from 12:30 p.m. and see top of the table Naya District take on RSL at Naya Rec Reserve and Barham Kundrook host Wandella at Kundrook Rec Reserve. The B-grade semis will begin from 1 p.m. and see Sea Lake Woomalang B-grade host Calder United B-grade and Naya District B-grade playing Barham Kundrook B-grade. And finally, in the C-grade semis, Sea Lake Woomalang C-grade will be taking on Balranald C-grade, while Wandella C-grade will be playing the Lakers C-grade, with games starting from 1 p.m. as well. All winners will progress into next week's grand finals. And that's your local Mallee News update.
Unleash your vehicle's power beyond limits. Discover our exclusive range of Yuasa automotive batteries, engineered for unparalleled reliability and performance to power your journey like never before. Battery World. Power your passion.
107.7 and 98.7 Mix FM weather.
Your 4-day forecast for the Mallee, a Sunday sunny morning and then chance of showers and thunderstorms through the afternoon. Swan Hill heading for 34, Kerrang 33, Mildura 35, Horsham 35 and Bendigo 33. For Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, all sunny days and all a chance of a shower and a thunderstorm all 3 days. 35 for Monday, 36 for Tuesday, 36 for Wednesday.
Holtz Mitsubishi March Mayhem demo sale is on now. LMCQ 235.
We've got 33 degrees.